Good morning, you guys. Welcome to the second vlog of the new year. We're gonna do another week in my life. I actually just pulled up to the gym. I'm trying their spin class today. I've never actually done a spin class at my gym, and I figured why not try it. I only have 8 classes a month at Grit Cycle that I go to, and sometimes I do like to spin more than that. So we're trying that out today. In today's video, I'm just gonna take you guys through a week before we actually leave for travel. So I feel like it's just gonna be like putting my life together, bunch of cooking, bunch of workouts, and that sort of thing. So I hope you guys enjoy. I actually need to spray my face with this Tower 28 spray. This is a protector spray that I like to spray before I spin and after I spin. Spin is one of those workouts that I sweat so much, and I feel like my skin has seen such a difference. If I use this, it pretty much just cleans your skin and kills bacteria without drying out my skin or anything like that. So I really love this. I've been using this for years. And then you guys saw my breakfast this morning. I had a full breakfast. I had a parfait with cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, berries, cinnamon, honey, and the Pure Elizabeth granola, which is one of my favorite granolas. And then I also had some turkey bacon. So I had a full breakfast today rather than just having a pre-workout snack with fast digesting carbs. Since I had some time before my workout today, I had my breakfast like an hour and a half ago, so it's fully digested. Whereas if I work out right after I wake up, I usually will just have a pre-workout snack and then have a full breakfast after. But sometimes with my schedule, I have time to have a full breakfast and let that digest as my fuel for my workout, if that makes sense. Anyway, let's go in. I will try and get some clips in there, and if not, we'll spend the rest of the day together. So let's go. Okay guys, it's a little bit later. It's also kind of loud out here since I'm sitting outside. This is one of my favorite restaurants. It's called Flower Child. They have them all over, I'm pretty sure. They have one in Arizona, and then there's one here in Newport. So I just left the gym. I got myself a salmon bowl with broccoli and also their sweet potato. It has like a red chili face. It's so good. I'm gonna show it to you guys, and then I'm just gonna do a little bit of work. I've been really liking getting out of the house for the afternoon and like sitting in the sun if it's sunny that day and doing my work. So I'm gonna do some work on my phone, and then by the time I get home, it'll probably be time for our walk, and we're gonna go to the beach tonight again with Erica. So I'll show you guys my lunch, sit here for a little bit, and then we'll finish off the night together. Forgot to mention that it's also so important to me, especially when I'm out and about, that I'm fueling myself throughout the day. It's just so important not to get too busy for your day of tasks. Plus, I'm always 10 times more productive when I have energy. It doesn't need to be complicated, just needs to be satiating and have enough fuel to take me across my day. And then, as I said, we went to the beach with Erica and Poe later that night. This has definitely become our routine, and it is our favorite part of the day. Also the dog's favorite part, as you guys know. Then when we got home, we ended up just having the burger bowl leftovers from my last video. They're our new obsession. Good morning, you guys. I'm so tired this morning. I stayed up a little bit late last night editing, which I try not to do because I really do prioritize my sleep schedule and making sure I get enough sleep. But I knew that I was sleeping in this morning, so I did still get a full 8 hours. But sometimes I feel like no matter how many hours of sleep I get, if I go to bed late, I just wake up tired. So that's how I feel. I'm leaving here in about 15 minutes to go to bar with Delaney. I need to make myself some breakfast. You can probably guess it if you've been watching some of my videos, but it's a cottage cheese and plain Greek yogurt parfait. I do some fresh fruit, so today I have some raspberries, some blackberries, and then I love to top it with honey just to sweeten the plain Greek yogurt. Cinnamon is really good to have, especially in the morning, so I'll either do it in my coffee or my parfait. And then I also have this Pure Elizabeth granola. Let's put it all together. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna eat this really quickly and then go to bar. I also just finished my latte, which is just full mug with a splash of maple syrup and whole milk. Okay, you guys, we're back home from bar. It was such a fun morning. Went to bar and then we grabbed a coffee after. Sorry if you can hear the dishwasher, but I just started our dishes. You guys also saw washed our sheets, and now I'm actually about to put our sheets back on our couch. We washed these last night and set them out to dry overnight. I feel like I'm just like in reset mode right now because it's the beginning of the week and I didn't get to it this weekend. We had plans with our friends this weekend. So to me, I don't mind just waiting until the middle of the week to get something done. As long as it gets done, then I'm happy. It doesn't need to be like only resets on Sundays. That's kind of just how I live my life in general. I'm a very intuitive person, go with the flow. Even earlier this morning when I woke up, I thought that I was gonna go to spin after bar. I just figured I would do 45-minute low intensity bar class, which has a lot of stretching in it, and then I would go do my 45-minute spin cardio class, because sometimes I do have enough energy to do that, but during my bar class I was feeling super sore, so I just decided at bar I was not going to go to spin. And I feel like that is something that I've definitely learned with my fitness journey and just in general, being intuitive, not to push myself over the edge, because then I'm gonna have to be playing catch up next week. I'm gonna be so tired, I'm gonna be so sore and honestly overworked in either the creative sense with work or with fitness, or even just like overdoing it with plans, not spending enough time with myself. So I really like to find a balance and just listen to myself throughout the week. Anyway, all that to say, I'm not gonna go to spin. I'm just gonna reset my house this afternoon. I have some work to do on my computer. A little bit later, I'm sitting in Hunter's Jeep right now. He just ran to grab himself some Chipotle. I actually picked up a salad from the Mercado, as you guys saw. We're actually on our way to empty some stuff in our car at storage. Like you guys know, I did a full reset this week, and pretty much all week we were just contributing to the car pile that's behind me. We literally still have our Christmas tree. We had Christmas decor. That's some clothes that we're gonna put in storage. That's like winter clothes, just random things for our storage. So we're gonna go do that. It's a little bit far, so we're actually gonna stop and we're gonna go to one of our favorite spots. It's like a little park bench that looks over the water. We're gonna eat. I also took a shower and washed my hair. I did a full self-care shower, shaved everything, and I'm gonna self-tan tonight. So I'll show you guys my self-tan routine. That's the midweek update. Best part of our night. I'm currently making dinner and I want to show you guys a cracker combination and a cheese combination that my friend had me try this week, and it is so good, especially if you like goat cheese. It's actually a goat and a sheep cheese. It's a fancy cheese that comes in oil. Apparently people will use this oil after for salad dressings, which would be so good because it has this garlicky flavor that I'm obsessed with. I've been eating it as a little snack with these sourdough crackers. I tried them at her house at 10 in the morning, and then I literally went from her house to Whole Foods just to get this. Like, I checked out and this was the only thing in my order. That's how good this combination is. Also, I never mentioned, but I went and got my nails done with Erica this week too. I just went with this French tip. Super minimal. I've actually never done a French tip with short nails before, and I think it looks so pretty and classic. My friend also gave me that idea, so shout out to her. I'm having a nighttime dessert. This is one of my favorite desserts. It's a brownie by the brand called Giselle's Kitchen. I actually get them at a smoothie place called Thrive here in Newport. It's so delicious, and it actually is made with peas. I read the ingredients because I was like, I need to make this at home. So good. Actually high protein, which I don't care about for dessert, but the fact that it is, I'm like, okay, win, because peas have really a lot of protein, and you can't even tell that it's peas. It's so good. And I'm about to go start Tell Me Lies because everybody tells me to. This is my sock hair tutorial. I do this almost every single night. I take a really long tube sock and I clip it to the top. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then I wrap my hair around it as if this is a curling rod. So you want to get all of your hair wrapping it away from your face, and you do want to keep it tight and also make sure that the sock or rod is staying still the whole time. The hair is what's wrapping around. Then when you get to the end, you want to hold it, declamp, pull this piece down, and then you're going to put your hand in the sock. It's important that you put this part on the bottom so you can grab the whole thing. And then I secure it even further with a big scrunchie. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Clamp, twist around the rod, declamp, hold down, hold the hair, secure. I usually just freshen up my bangs in the morning, but that's what I do. And it doesn't really bug me when I sleep, just because I can put my hand underneath it. It doesn't bug me in the back, and that's why I sleep in my hair curls every single night. It's 8 p.m. right now. Good morning, guys. I just woke up, made myself a coffee. I'm sitting here doing a little bit of work on my computer. I feel like I never show my working element to my week of my lives, but I do work a lot on my computer, and I do all the rules for social media. So I do the editing, I do all the planning, I do all my shooting. The only thing is I do have a management that helps me with like discovering brands and stuff, but even that I feel like I'm so involved with. Like I'm always going over briefs, sometimes meeting with different brand companies, giving the concepts. But the point of me saying this is that I do have a pretty busy and heavy workload. And over the years, I've definitely reached burnout with that, especially because I am in a creative industry and I really try to be as successful as possible. So there's been times where I feel like I've overcrowded my schedule, and I am just now getting to feel like, okay, I know how much I can take on. I know what I can fit into my week and still be able to focus on myself, my friendships, and my husband and my dog, and feel very fulfilled in my personal life, but also successful in my work life. All I talk about on my channel is literally balance, and this is something that I've really worked to find balance in, because I've always been someone that really likes to work hard. And if you guys would ever be interested to see the actual work side of my process throughout the week and how I like schedule and working throughout filming and all of that, if you guys are content creators or want to be a content creator, just let me know, because I could totally do that. I'm so passionate about this industry. But anyway, I wanted to show you guys some updates on the house that I worked on this week, because I feel like I haven't done like an overview. Okay, we cleared out this entire room. Honestly, since we've moved here, it's not been perfect in here. It's kind of become like our clutter room. And as you guys know, we have our dining table in here, we have our dresser in here, Hunter's office corners in here, and then we also had our coffee station, which we actually ended up moving our coffee machine into the kitchen, as you guys have seen. And then we also have always used this corner as just kind of like a catch-all. We had like different vintage artwork that we bought but didn't have a place for but wanted to keep, and we hadn't had a chance to go to storage yet. As you guys know, we just went to storage. So this is what we're looking like now. Unfortunately, I need to keep my lights in here because I film all the time with them, so that's just for like content. We have our vacuum. Behind this door we just have like things organized for like work, different camera equipment, some ribbon, things like that that goes behind this little hanging door organizer. And the reason why we'll put stuff right there is you really cannot see it at all, and this door can close pretty far back too, so it really doesn't bug us to have that little corner to organize. When you have a smaller space, you really have to make sure you use every single inch. We move Coco's dog bed sometimes in here when we're both working in here because she likes to lay in here. And then I styled our dresser because it's finally clear. I'm trying not to show Hunter's desk because he works there, so there's probably some important stuff back there, but we have a vase, open book, a little candle and a plate. And then this is a vintage lamp base that I bought at Goodwill a couple years ago. And then this is a French lampshade. This is like where the coffee corner is. I just have some extra decor stuff sitting here. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with all this stuff. And like we'll probably end up moving this mirror eventually. It was cute but short-lived, this little coffee station. It just wasn't very practical. And then I just deep cleaned the entire kitchen. I took everything off the counters, wiped underneath. This was just like a very much needed 2026 reset because I haven't really had a whole week of no plans really to do this, and not a heavy week of work. I still need to fill the dishwasher, and I lit a candle, which is really nice. So I feel very good. Part 500 of this video. I do want to say thank you to the sponsor of today's video, which is Squarespace. I mentioned them in my last video, but if you guys have never heard of them, it's an all-in-one platform that helps you build, design, and create a website. Whether you're an influencer like me looking to sell some sort of PDF guide like my training guide, or merch, which I've sold on Squarespace before, or you're just looking to link all of your social channels, Squarespace is such an amazing company. You could also be a photographer looking to put your portfolio and your investment pricing on your website. When I started on Squarespace, all I had to do was pick my template. Then you can go in even further and customize where you want your comment sections, if you want a newsletter, if you want to change the colorways. Having a Squarespace has completely changed my business, so that's why I love to share them with you guys. I also love to see when you guys do use my Squarespace link and you send me in like the DMs or on my comments to go check out your websites. They always look so professional. Plus, you guys can actually try them for free. If you go to my code squarespace.com/KaitlinNolan, you'll get a free trial, and then when you are ready to purchase a domain or website, you'll get 10% off. So I love to share them with you guys. Thank you so much, Squarespace, for sponsoring today's video. Okay, I just got dressed for the gym. I'm wearing the CSB maroon set. The top of this is so cute. It's like v-neck backless. I really like it and I love the color. And then I just have on this aloe top over top to keep me warm. I am gonna film my workout for you guys today. I filmed my workout in my last video, the what I ate in a day. I did leg exercises and push exercises, and today I'm gonna do leg exercises and pull exercises. I pretty much only lift 2, sometimes 3 days at the gym, but mostly 2. And then the other days I'm doing cardio at spin. This is called a hybrid workout routine. A lot of runners do workout routines like this where they're focused on strength a couple of days a week and then endurance the other days a week. And as I start filming my workouts more and just sharing my fitness journey in more detail with you guys, I think it'll start to make more sense because I've gotten a lot of requests to do that. I recently shared my glute transformation, and even though that is obviously like a photo, something that looks a certain way, the point of me sharing that was to show the strength that I've built. Focusing on being stronger has completely changed my life, so that's why I shared those photos. But anyway, let's go to the gym, and then after I'm actually going to the beach with my friend Delaney. I packed myself a bag and I will film the entire day today. Having one of these Solis for pre-workout. I mentioned in my last video I was going to go over some dynamic stretching that I do before my workouts. Typically, I'll warm up on the treadmill for 5 to 10 minutes just to get my body moving. The point of a dynamic stretch versus a static stretch is that they're more active and you're controlling the movement that are warming up the joints and muscles that you're going to use for your full range of motion throughout the rest of your workout. Unlike static stretches where you're holding the position for a longer period of time, I'll do dynamic stretches for at least 5 minutes, and then I always do one warm up where there's no weight on the bar. This just kind of gets my positioning right. I get more confident. And again, it just warms up my entire body and the muscles and joints that I'll be using throughout the rest of the workout. We're starting with back squats, which is going to be the hardest exercise and the heaviest exercise in today's workout. Both of my legs are positioned shoulder width apart, and I have my feet slightly rotated outward, making sure I'm staying over the midline of my body. And like all exercises, I have a very tight core. And since I love to superset with contrasting muscle groups, I paired this with a pull exercise, which was a bicep curl today. For the first exercise in our second superset, I started with dumbbell step-ups. I'm slightly hinged forward over that front leg to target the glutes, trying not to put too much weight on that back leg as I step backwards. These are really challenging for me because they do test balance as well. And then the pull exercise I paired this one with is dumbbell rows. I used to aim the dumbbell to my chest, which was working a complete different muscle. We really want to be squeezing our back here and pulling our elbow below our shoulder blade. Then for our last superset, we're starting with back lunges with dumbbells and pairing that with another row exercise, which is bent over barbell rows. And like I said, we use our core in every exercise. It's really important for me to strengthen my core at the end of every workout. And I ended up taking a shower at the gym because I was going to the beach right after. Met up with my friends, we watched sunset. It was such a great end to the week. And that wraps up the second week of my life for 2026. I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you so much, and I will see you guys in the next video.